Nothing but slow jams coming through the speakers right now. Pandora got you heated right now.
What's up, everybody? This is Slowjams4life, back again with another episode of Loving R&B. Today I have an artist who goes by the name of Erykah Officer. Sent her a DM, said, I want you to be on the show, and she gladly accepted. So here we are. And so thank you for doing this. Also, we were supposed to do it yesterday, but I just want to share
I'm
this.
so sorry about that,
No,
by
no.
the way.
No, because I had to cancel earlier in the week. But the reason why I share this is because I've been hitting people up, and a lot of people have been leaving me on scene.
Oh, really?
And so I appreciate you just taking the time to do it. And not only that, but following up and like, hey, sorry I couldn't do it this day, but what about this day? So I appreciate that.
Absolutely, yes. I wanted to be a part of this because I love what you're doing, and I love R&B. And I think that it's really incredible that you're creating your own platform. And, you know, I can tell you're putting a lot of intention behind what you're doing. So
Thank you.
that's what's up.
So if you can just tell us your name, your age, and where you're from, and then we'll get into it.
So my name is Erykah Officer. Erykah spelled like Badu, officer like police officer. I'm 25 years old, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Okay. I like to share a story how I came across people, if I can remember.
Okay, I would love to know. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you specifically because the name. So I was typing in, this is how I make my rounds and finding new artists. Okay. So I'd be on Spotify most of the time. So this particular time I was looking for Erykah Badu, and I just so happened to type in, ERY, and then a random people came up, and then I seen your name is Erykah Officer, and the name just grabbed me. I was like, Officer. I was like, that's a unique name. And then I seen your profile picture. I think you had like something on your head or something like that, like a crown or something. I don't know, I can't remember, but it stood out to me. So I clicked on it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. She's
my daddy didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing when he named me after her. So
So this is your real name?
That's my real name. That's my government name. It's really Erykah Dolores Officer Perez. That's my full government name.
Okay.
But I took the Perez off, and no one needs to know my middle name.
Okay.
With Erykah Officer.
Yeah. So that's how I got in touch with you. And I was like, I listened to, the first song I listened to was Doctor's Order. And I was like, man, this sounds fire. So usually when I hear one song that sounds good, I'm like, all right, let me see if she got something else. And I heard the next song. And then, so after that, I was like, all right, I got to post her on the page. I can't remember if I posted you on my Instagram page, but I did post you on my YouTube page. And
wow.
So here we are.
That's what's up. Thank you for doing that. My name is doing my own marketing for me. So that's a blessing. I'll take that.
Yeah. And also what I like to do too, when I find new artists, this is like a different way to find new artists. I'll just type in random letters and see who pops up. And then I'll just make my rounds and I'll click on profiles and listen to their music. So yeah.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it for sure. I've never heard of that version.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into some questions.
Okay.
I got some R&B questions. This is just a conversation. Don't feel like you gotta say what the people want to hear. This is all on you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be as honest as I can be.
Yeah, the comment section gonna do what it do, but
regardless of what I got.
Yeah. The first question I like to start off with is, when did you fall in love with R&B?
So my dad used to take me to school every day, starting from like first grade all the way up until I got my own car in high school. And he used to always be blasting neo soul. So that's kind of when I started to really become accustomed to that genre of like neo soul R&B. So it was a lot of Kim, a lot of Anthony Hamilton, Music Soul Child, Jill Scott. And within a matter of time, I just became like in love with it just as much as he was. And we would be singing all the songs together like for years and years and years. And then my mom got me my first radio station when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, a hot pink radio. And so whenever I wasn't in school, I was playing 95.3, and it was like the hip hop and R&B station. And that's when I was introduced to Beyonce, Rihanna, Ciara, Mario, or Marion. And I just became obsessed with the artists. I started watching the music videos, the 106 in Park, the MTV Cribs. It just became a part of my like everyday life, especially because I sang as well. So I like would embody myself as the artist too. Like, I want to be Beyonce. I want to dance like Ciara. You know, I eventually fell in love. It didn't take me very long.
Dope. That's
Yeah.
crazy because neo soul. I wasn't really into neo soul as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get
Interesting.
hit to neo soul until like later on in life. So like a lot of
Mhm.
the like even D'Angelo, like I still got to go back and listen to his albums
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
fully
I like
because
doing that now. Like as an adult,
yeah,
I love going back and listening because now it applies more than it did as a child, of course.
yeah,
But I was
it
always an
hits
old
different.
soul.
It hits
Mhm.
different
Sure did.
as the older. It hits different. Well, for me, but
Mhm. For
when
me
did
too.
you when did you know you wanted to be a singer, or like when did you start singing?
Since I was a kid, since I was like 2, I was singing around the house, and my grandma I used to visit my grandma every summer, and so she would take me to the church with her, and she was a part of the choir there. So once she knew that I liked to sing, she had me in the choir, and I was singing on stage with her, and, like, my family knew as soon as I knew, and it just kinda became, like, a thing for me when I was really young, and then I did talent shows and pageants, and, I would sing at, like, local festivals and things like that, and it was just, like, what I would do growing up. I would tell everybody, "I wanna be a singer when I grow up." I'm like, "Oh, that's cute." It just never left my spirit.
No.
And so
So
here I am, 25 years old.
how long have you been putting out music like officially, I guess?
So I just started doing that 2020 is when I really
Okay.
started to take my career seriously. Like I'd stepped
Okay.
into a professional studio when I was in college. So I want to say like maybe 7 years ago was the first time I stepped into a studio, but I didn't actually release my own music and feel like I'd figured out what my sound was until about 3 years ago.
All the songs I heard are pretty good. So I
Thank
was
you.
like,
And they're
yeah,
only
she's
getting
definitely
better.
yeah. I was like, she's definitely one to watch for. So I'm glad I got you on here.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. That means a
okay,
lot.
so who's your current favorite artist?
Okay, so I was stuck on Alex Isley for about a
Mhm.
year. When I was introduced to her, I listened to her every day. Marigold is gold to me. I listen to it all the time. Are you familiar with her?
Yeah, of course. Yes, of
Oh,
course.
yes. Okay, I
Yeah,
love her.
yeah.
But now my new obsession is Mahalia.
Okay.
She has a album dropping in about a week, and so
Mhm.
she's been dropping singles. And each single that she's dropped, I've been listening to on repeat nonstop. So I wasn't a huge fan of her before. I listened to her, but I wasn't like a huge fan. Now she's probably my current favorite though, based off of those 3 singles alone. So
Okay.
we'll see what the project is about.
She's from like the UK, I think, right? Or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's from the
Okay.
UK.
Okay. What's three songs that to make somebody a Mahalia fan? What three songs would you recommend?
Well, I'll just name the 3 that I've been listening to nonstop. Terms and
Mhm.
Conditions, Ready, and, Cheat featuring JoJo.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yes,
hear.
JoJo came back.
I'm familiar with her last album, I think, where she had the song with LMA. Did you hear that song?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
familiar
familiar
with
with
that
that.
one too.
But this is on the new album, huh? This is on the
This is
songs you
all
named.
new. It's
Yeah, yeah.
called, IRL. Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I gotta
All
check it
new.
out for sure, for sure. If you had to make a R&B group consisting of four people, who would you pick?
Hmm. So we got Coco, our
Okay,
soulful
Coco.
chocolate princess, Coco Jones. I feel like she's perfect for a group. Victoria Monet, because I feel like she can sing, she can dance, you know what I'm saying? Tink, she has a very unique tone, which I love. I feel like she would blend well in a group setting. And then Maida. I love Maida.
Oh,
She has a
okay.
really beautiful range and she has a beautiful technique as well. So I feel like that'd
Okay,
be a cool
cool.
group. Got a lot of
Yeah,
colors
yeah.
and flavors going on.
Yeah, I haven't heard those. Well, Coco came up, but nobody's mentioned Tink or Maida or what was the other one you
Oh,
named?
Victoria? Victoria?
Yeah, yeah. But Victoria's dope.
I'm the first.
Yeah, she's her
She's on
trajectory.
the up and up.
Yeah. I think this album, if it's good, like how I expect, it's gonna put her in that
Hmm.
next tier for sure. All right,
I agree. I
all
agree.
right. So name three non-skip R&B albums. Your favorite.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with my spirit mama. I have my 3 favorite artists up here, by the way. Jill
Who's that?
Scott,
Oh,
Erykah
okay.
Badu, and Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
But I'll go with my spirit mama, Erykah Badu, Mama's Gun, and then Sade, Love Deluxe. I can listen to that all the way through, no matter where I am in my life. And then Control by SZA.
Okay,
That's a
cool.
good one. That's a
Yeah,
classic.
see, I didn't even listen to Erykah Badu yet. Like I'm sleeping. I gotta go back
Oh my
and
God.
yeah. And I
Thank you.
just started listening to Sade because younger, I was like, man, her music sounds boring. But now that I'm older,
it's really slow. Yeah, it's really slow and soulful.
now that I'm older, man, it'd be hidden. So that was the album I first listened to because a lot of people mentioned that one as her best. I don't know if it's her best, but a lot of people mentioned that one. So, like on my YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel, I'm like, all right, listening to Sade for the first time, and
oh wow, you recorded
like,
the reaction?
Yeah. So I haven't uploaded it yet, but yeah, I recorded it. So
that's dope.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. I'm behind on the neo soul.
You're gonna be blown away.
Yeah, for sure. What's an R&B song or artist that someone put you on to that you're forever thankful for?
My homeboy, he's a producer. Shout out Justin Wiggins. He works in South Florida. He works very closely with Jacoy. He's also an R&B artist. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yep.
So we work together as well. And he'd asked me to write a song for another artist. Her name is Alex Vaughn.
Oh, I love her. I love her.
I never heard of her before, so I didn't know like how to write for her. But he sent me the Hurt book. And at first I listened to it, I was like, okay, this is cool. Before I knew it, I was listening to it like on a daily basis. Like I just became like really in love with like her sound and her messages. And to this day, I listen to her all the time. So Alex Vaughn, for sure.
Yeah,
I love her.
She's a good one. She's one of my favorite. Like when it comes to like current R&B artists, like women, she's up there. She got it. Yeah, for sure. Damn,
she definitely does. She's climbing.
Yeah. I want to see her in concert. Like I missed. She came out here with. I think she was on tour with.
Was it Ari?
Lennox. Yeah.
She opened up for Ari.
Yeah, I missed it.
She was in. She was in LA.
Yeah. This was back when I wasn't really going to concerts, but now I'm like out there. But yeah,
yes,
so hopefully,
I would love to see her live. Ari too. The whole LVRN. Artist list. I would love to see them.
Oh, I forgot to mention this. So if ever I ask a question that you don't want to answer, all you got to do is say "Wizzy Wow," and then I'll just go on to the next question.
Okay. I think it's the next question you're gonna ask me.
No, because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I know people be working with artists and stuff, so just a FYI.
Okay.
I always forget to mention that before it starts. That leads me to my next question. Name a song that most people love that you didn't think was all that.
Okay. I'm debating if I want a Wizzy Wow. I'll be honest, because why not? It's not an R&B song though. It's a pop song.
What is it?
Karma by Taylor Swift.
Oh,
I'm not a fan.
I love Taylor Swift.
Super popular.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Taylor Swift, so of course. Yes, it's on one of her newer. Yes. I think Ice Spice is featured on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
which made it even worse for me. I'm just not a fan of that record. I like Ice Spice and I like Taylor, but just not that record.
For sure. Fair enough. Okay.
Hopefully I'm not canceled.
You had to DM a song to your celebrity crush to get their attention. No text, just you sending them a song, the song gonna say everything you wanted to say. What song are you sending?
Okay. Spend My Life with You by Eric Benet.
Okay.
I wanna spend my life with you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so that one or I don't know. I feel like At Last by Etta James is too strong. I feel like you've already been in love with that person. So maybe that one.
Okay.
Two good ones.
That's a good one. Okay. Now you just broke up with your boyfriend. What are 3 songs that's on your breakup playlist that's gonna make you feel better about what just happened?
Make me feel better?
Yeah.
The whole Lemonade album by Beyonce got me through my first breakup. That entire album saved my life because I was like really hurting, but it like helped me regain my confidence. But if I had to pick one record off of that one, it would be Don't Hurt Yourself.
Okay.
By Beyonce. Burn by Usher. Like if I'm the one doing the breaking.
Yeah.
And then Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton. Gotta get all the feelings out. You know?
Yeah. I remember when Burn came out. I think I was going through something, man. That song hit different. I was like, man.
It does. It does.
But, yeah, that's a good one.
Just pull your heart out and you feel a little bit better afterwards.
Yeah. I got a whole breakup playlist, so it's just on standby.
Really?
Yeah, it's on standby in case I need it. But
yes,
for sure.
I need one on standby too. You never know.
Okay, I've never asked this question before, so this is the first asking this question.
Okay.
But if you can have an R&B song as your theme song that just plays every time you enter the room, what song would it be?
Okay. So I have two.
Okay.
Ready or Not by the Fugees. Like, just think walking into a room full of people, right?
Yeah.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't
Yeah.
hide. Like, it's hot. Gonna
Yeah.
find you. Or Promise by Sierra, because I feel like that's kind of sexy.
I like
You
those
know.
songs. Yeah. Yeah, those are some
Yeah.
good ones. All right,
Both of
cool.
them.
Cool. I'm liking that question. This is my first time asking it. So.
Yeah, you should ask it again.
If you had to pick 3 songs, what are 3 songs that you think all women love?
3 songs all women
R&B
should
songs.
love. R&B songs, of
Yeah.
course. Nice and Slow by Usher is a classic. I feel like every human should know that song, but women specifically,
I
how
like
could you
that.
not like that song? Making Good Love by Avant and Pony by Genuine.
Okay. All right. If you can get rid of a artist's entire catalog, who would it be?
Little Uzi. I'm sorry. I can't stand Lil Uzi. It's for a specific niche of people. It's mosh music. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, for those of us that enjoy that, but for me, I just feel like it doesn't have real substance behind it.
Okay. What about R&B artists though?
I can't get rid of an R&B artist.
No, you don't have any.
I don't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. What's an unpopular R&B opinion that you have?
So Diddy had that big moment where he was like, R&B is dead. So my unpopular opinion would be R&B isn't dead. You know, I feel like rhythm is instilled in our people, you know, as being like Black people and Black culture. It's instilled in us as human beings. And then blues, it's like, it's in our history. It's a part of who we are. So it's never going to die. And I just feel like in today's world, like the artists that are creating music, they're just making it their own. It's a fresh, still profound, but a fresh way to create it. And that's what creating is all about. Like being vulnerable and being innovative in your own way. So it's not going to replicate old school R&B, but it's never going to die. So R&B is not dead. Is my unpopular opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I say that all the time on my page because I think each era it changes. 80s, 90s, they all R&B sounds different. But I think people just don't go and search for music anymore. And it's a very lazy take, like, oh, R&B is dead because it doesn't sound like the 90s. But I think it's alive. It's great art. I post artists all the time. And another one that I hate is like, another one that I hate is, oh, they all sound the same. And it's just like, but literally,
It's
if you
a
listen,
new age.
but no, if you listen to, I made a post, it was like pure like 90s songs. And literally they all sound the same, but nobody would say it. Nobody would say it. So,
I mean, obviously we're all unique in our own way, but we're going to all kind of replicate a similar type of sound because that's just the way of life. Like,
and then when I make these posts, like I'm not gonna have them all sound too crazy. Like I try to make it cohesive and it all come together. So I think they often like overlook that. They don't think about that. Because if it was like all over the place, they're like, whoa, this playlist is just all over the place. So
but it's a specific genre. It's rhythm and blues. Like,
yeah. So, but I agree, R&B.
The chords are gonna sound similar.
Yeah, it's a lot of great artists out here that's doing their thing. So
thank you.
That's why I try to post new artists all the time to do my part. And like with Diddy, like he has way more resources. He has a bigger platform. Like if it's dead, do something about it.
Why aren't you not? Yeah, why aren't we doing another making a new R&B artist like we did Making the Band? Let's do that.
He has a whole network. You can make a whole show highlighting new artists. I mean, I'm just saying.
We should pitch that to him.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, name a modern R&B artist that you feel is underrated that deserves more recognition.
Well, there's me, of course.
Sure.
Name myself. But I'll also shout someone else out. We were a part of the same production team for a while, the New Miami. Her name is Jen Bello. She lives in New York. She has an impeccable sound. You should interview her. She's fire. And she has a few EPs out, but I love her music. So
Okay,
you
yeah.
need to check her out.
Yeah, you just put me on. Like, I love when people can put me on to new music because I just pride myself on knowing everybody already. So I'm the one that put people on. But yeah, I've never heard of her before. So I'll check her out. Is it
She's new to
Jen?
the game. It's Gen.
Oh, Gen. Okay. Yeah.
Gen Bello, Bello.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look her up. Last question. Name 3 slow jams that you think everyone should know.
Okay. Weak by SWV. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly see. Yes.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Differences by Genuine. That used to be my ringtone when I was in middle
Bruh.
school. I don't know why, but I would wake up to that song every day. And then Nobody by Keith Sweat.
Okay, yeah.
Who's gonna love you like me?
Yeah, I like all those. Yeah, those are some good ones. Okay, so now I want to ask you about your music a little bit.
Okay,
Now,
let's talk about it.
I wrote these songs down because these are like the songs that caught my attention, probably the ones I played the most. But the first song I kind of mentioned already is called Doctor's
Yeah.
Order. Can you explain the whole backstory and process behind that song, writing process?
Sure.
Yeah.
So my team came down from New York. I have a management team that majority of them live in New Jersey, actually. But I say New York. Anyways, they came down for my birthday for about a week. And all I wanted for my birthday was studio time. So they booked out 3 days worth of studio time from like 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we were on the last day, the last hour of my studio session. And I just felt like I didn't write or record enough records within those 3 days. Like we were stuck on a few. So I was like, I need to think of something quick. I want to lay it down before this is over. I want this to feel like worth it, you know? And so I was rummaging through a couple beats that my homeboy had sent me from LA. And he's now one of my favorite producers, by the way. And I see a beat called Doctor's Orders. And I normally don't write music based off of the name of the beat. But in this instant, I was rushing and it kind of spoke to me because I was like, I feel like I can create a double entendre with this. So I kid you not, in 15 minutes, I wrote the song out because time is money. And I walked into the studio and they were about to wrap everything up. And I was like, wait, I got one more record. Can I just lay down a reference real quick? And my engineer was tired. Like, this is the third day, last hour. So he turns around and he's like, really? I'm like, please, just 30 minutes. Like, please just give me 30 minutes and I'll just lay it down real quick. So I lay it down once and everybody was like, whoa, like this is a hit. Like, I love this. So it kind of happened very fast, but I'm glad it happened the way it did because that's sometimes how the most authentic music comes to life when you don't put too much thought and effort into it. So yeah, that's how it came about.
Yeah, that's good. I like that song, but I like the way it's written too. There's so many ways you can say things in a song, but if you can find a way to say it like differently, like I like that. So that caught my attention about that song. So I was like, okay,
Thank you.
I've never heard it
explained this way. Yeah.
So that's pretty
similar
dope.
messaging, but just explained different.
Yeah. So that's dope. And you said you wrote that one by yourself, or you
wrote it all by myself?
Okay, yeah. Pen game
from the heart.
is nice. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Next one we want to get into is called Caught Up. Tell me about that song. What does that mean?
So I wrote that song briefly after I got out of college, 2020, summer of 2020. And it was about a situationship I was in. I'd just gotten over somebody. I was like going through the grieving stage of a breakup. And I met this guy and he was kind of like my rebound. And then after the fact, I started to like grow feelings for this person. And that's where the song came from, Caught Up. Like, how did I get here? How did I get caught up about you? Like, you were just supposed to be my rebound.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
So I wrote a song about it. It was my first record that I released. That was my first single that I ever dropped. So very close to home.
Does he know it's about him?
He doesn't. No. It's so funny because other guys that I've been with since him think that they're about them. And I'm like, no. This is a man from my past.
Is that a common thing when dealing with an artist, when you're dating? guys and they know that you write songs, do they just automatically think that you're writing about them? Is that like a common theme with?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, they think so.
that's
But
crazy.
I intentionally use past experiences because I don't wanna make the person that I'm dealing with now feel uncomfortable, unless it's like a love song, but if we're having problems and we're struggling, I don't wanna, like,
Right.
put our business on Front Street.
Yeah,
So I'll
yeah,
hold that one,
yeah. Until
you
until
know,
y'all break up and then
until we break up, and
yeah,
then I'll release it and I'll air everything out. Shouldn't have dated an
yeah,
artist.
for sure, for sure. Okay, so now this last one is called Curve Queen, and I was listening to
Yeah.
this morning. So who inspired this one? Well, I guess a past
Ah,
relationship, right? Because you was like,
yeah,
I'm
everything is
um,
everything is based off personal experiences that I write for the most part. But I wrote this one, I think it was in 2020 as well. My first job that I gotten after COVID kind of died down. One of my coworkers and I just got close over time, and I was telling him about this guy that I'd went on a date with, and afterwards he was just like really on me, like just blowing me up. He posted me on his story and like just doing too much. We went on one date.
yeah,
And I was like, I think I'm gonna cut him off because I can't. If he's doing all this early, and my homeboy was like, "Dang, you a curve queen." I was like, "Curve queen, I like that. I think I'm gonna write a song about that." So I got into the studio that week, and that's where Curve Queen came about. It's just essentially about focusing on you and focusing on collecting your bag and not letting people
yeah.
distract you. You know.
So
So
quick question. So he was doing all that after the first date. Why you didn't like it? Because why? He wasn't your
I think it
type,
was
or
just overwhelming for me.
because he was just trying
I just felt like I was being love bombed a bit.
to?
I just feel like something can't be right if you're feeling
Yeah,
this strongly about me and you don't even know me that well.
that's true. That's true.
So that was
Yeah,
my problem.
yeah. I've
So
been kind of like in a situation like that. I'm just like, how are you in love? And I didn't really
I
even
mean,
do nothing.
I still believe in love at first sight. I feel like that could still be a very
Do
real
you?
thing for people.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do. I feel like
Okay.
it exists, but not with him and I.
Yeah.
That's not how I felt, at least.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for sharing that. I like to hear the backstories
Thank
of
you.
songs. A lot of times when I ask these questions about songs, it's because I want to know. So
Hmm.
that's why. And even like I'm not even like an interviewer. Like I just started interviewing artists like the other day, but
Hmm.
I'm like the untraditional. Like I'll be asking questions that ain't got nothing to do with the traditional questions. So I'm just a fan of
Yeah,
R&B.
but
So I do.
I like the unorthodox route you're taking
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you get the unexpected over here. So
Yeah, and I only
that's
want to
what's up.
interview. Yeah, because some people like this is what they want to do. Like I just
Hmm.
started the page because I love R&B, and I just so happen I'm like, all
Mm.
right, well, let me make this series and let me. I'm just going wherever God takes me, and
Mhm.
and I only want to interview people that I'm a fan of. So like I'm not just
Mm.
gonna interview everybody for the sake of clicks or whatever. Like
Yeah,
so,
or bait or whatever. I can
yep,
respect that.
yep.
Well,
So
considering this isn't something you even really want to do for real,
yeah, and it's
you've come
crazy.
pretty
Like
far.
like I'm meeting people like I would have never met if it wasn't for this page. So I mean, I'm just rolling with it. Prior to this, I was trying to pursue a career in acting, and prior to that, I was
Okay.
a DJ. So yeah. I had many
I did a little
lives.
DJing too.
Yeah. What
We
it's
all
great.
do. It's a part of life.
I have this last round. It's a
Oh,
this or that
okay.
round. Yeah.
Let's get
So
into it.
basically, I'm gonna give you two options, and you let me know which one you like better,
Okay.
Maxwell or Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child, hands down. Sorry,
Really?
Max.
Okay.
He's been one of my favorite male artists like my whole life. So
Okay. Okay.
sorry.
Now, Erykah Badu or Jill Scott?
You already know. Oh, why would you do that to me?
Because you
That's
like
not
me.
fair. You saw her up here, didn't you?
Yeah, you like me.
Um, God, I feel like I'm betraying myself if I say Jill Scott. But
But you gotta pick Erykah.
I have to pick Erykah. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I have to.
Your parents would
She's
be
a part of who I
disappointed.
am today.
Yeah. 112 or Jagged Edge?
I don't like these questions. It's hard.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick 112.
112? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm more of a 112 fan. Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston?
Whitney.
Whitney?
Gotta
Why
go
would-
with Whitney. There's no one better vocally.
Okay.
Mariah's up there though,
Mhm.
but
I'm
Whitney's the
Mariah.
queen.
Don't get me wrong, Whitney got the voice, but I just like Mariah songs more.
Music.
Like
Okay, you like her music.
yeah, like a lot of her songs I like more. So that's all I got for you today. That's all the
Okay.
questions. But before I go, I want to give you the floor to promote or say anything you want to say. The floor is
Okay.
yours now.
Sure. So feel free to follow me on socials at Erykah Officer, ErykahOfficer. I think I put 2 C's in here. It's
Yeah.
1 C.
Yeah.
And that's the same for Twitter. It goes for TikTok as well. And I do have an EP coming out. It was supposed to drop the end of this summer, but we might push it to fall because I just want to make sure everything is exactly how I want it to be before I release it out into the earth forever and ever. So yeah, look out for my EP and make sure to check out my singles too.
For sure, for
And
sure.
that's it.
Yeah, thanks. Well, thanks again for doing this. Like, I really appreciate you. And for anybody watching, please check out her music. I think you guys will really like it. And I'm not just saying that because she's on here. It's really dope. And this is like my sign-off part. So
Okay.
you're probably not familiar with it because the episode isn't out yet. But I like to sign off with my catchphrase, which is Wizzy Wow. So I'm gonna sign off.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna need you to sign off. I'm gonna need to hear your best Wizzy Wow sign off. So I'll start off and
Okay.
then you can end it. All right.
Okay.
So this is Slowjams for Life signing off. Wizzy Wow. Now it's
This
on
is
you.
Erykah Officer on Slowjams4life signing off. Wizzy wow.
Yay! This is like my favorite part.